Hi everyone. So going through a couple of questions from yesterday. Well, hopefully, I know we've got our assessment as well, but hopefully help us with some of the questions on the assessment. Okay, question two. Question two is to do with a mean from the frequency table, which most of you seem to answer really well. So I'm not going to go through that. Most people didn't ask me about that. You'd introduce a midpoint, then do the frequency times the midpoint, and then produce an FX column. The sum of the FX divided by the sum of the frequency will give me an estimate for the mean. The reason it's an estimate is because we've used a midpoint. Right. Belts are made in small, medium, large, and extra large. Yeah, that makes sense. Small, medium, large, and extra large. Jenny needs to order more belts in June, does she? More belts needed in June. The modal size, so the most common size of belts sold is small. Yep, that makes sense because 24, and that's the biggest of all of those things, is small. She's not wrong in saying that. Jenny is going to order 3/4 of all of the belts in size small. Bold. The manager of the shop tells Jenny she should not order so many belts. Who is correct, Jenny or the manager? Well, we need to look at this information here, don't we? So let's use this and work out what percentage of belts that were sold were small. I know there were 50 customers. So I know the total of that is 50. And what proportion of belts sold was small? Well, 24 out of 50. That's a nice one actually to turn into a percentage or a fraction, doesn't really matter. If I know that 3/4 is 75%, let's see how 24 over 50 compares. Well, percentage means out of 100. So 50 times 2 gives me 100. 24 times 2 is 48 over 100, or 48%. So Jenny actually only needs to order 48% of the belts in a size small, and she's saying she's going to order 75. Silly Jenny. So we need to agree with the manager. So the manager is correct. Who is correct? You would say the manager is correct because 48% of belts sold were small and 75 is much bigger than 48%. Yeah, or words to that effect.